Hey babe, it's 12:57 a.m. my time, so it's 2:57 a.m. your time. Um, Another day gone. We are one day closer, and yeah, um, can't wait just to hurry up and be the 15th of December already. But we are 2 weeks from today, from Thanksgiving, which is crazy. Um, how fast this year's going, how fast this month is going already. Um, so 2 weeks away from Thanksgiving, and you get to hang out with Emily and stuff in like 12 days. So that'll be fun. I have to. I know you'll be busy hanging out with your friend, but I hope we can still talk on occasion, and talk on the phone at night and stuff. But of course, I know this is a friend that you haven't seen in 10 years, so I know you guys are going to go do girl stuff, but um, I mean, that's like 12 days from now, so plenty of time to talk about that later. Um, yeah, I just got done watching the pilot episode of a show called Peaky Blinders, which is a show about an English street gang wanted for a robbery, and big city cop that comes down to try to bring the law to their city, sort of like a cliche movie, but it's set in the 19 teens. I think it's like 1919. So it's pretty cool. I like the whole style back then. It's pretty nice. Whole like paperboy type of look. Um, yeah, so today I just woke up and texted you and kept falling, kept falling asleep off and on. I think the same with you. Um, Finally woke up and you texted me when I was in the shower, so you had said like that you were getting ready for your banquet and stuff. So after my shower, then we talked on the phone, and then you went to your banquet, and I worked on my comparative politics homework. I did this. It's called the Prisoner's Dilemma game, but it's like asks about Nash equilibria. Just kind of super long definition of what it is, but basically you have like two players in a game, and they call it the Prisoner's Dilemma games because like the main example for the game is you have two prisoners, and I'm pretty sure it's two prisoners, but basically just in general the game is like you have two participants, and each one wants something from the other, and so each one in the game, player A and player B, has to make their decision based off of what they think the other player will do. And so there's like values for each decision. So if player, like you first put yourself in the role of player 1 or player A. So you have to say, okay, if player B does, you know, the first thing, what gives me more of what I'm trying to get, either you know, option A or option B, and then so you figure out which one it is, and then they're like, okay, if player 2 does option B instead of A, what gives me more? Option A, doing option A as opposed to that, or option B as opposed to that, and you figure it out. And then vice versa for player B, you're like, if player A does, you know, option A, do I do option A or B? And then same thing for if player A does option B. So yeah, and then you just figure it out. So yeah, so I just did that. So I hope after that, and my test for the class was this packet. So I did it. Took me like 10 minutes, and I did the test. Just selected all the answers, and I got a 10 out of 11. I got number 6 wrong. So I'm gonna have to think about that one. Do that one again. I think I'm seeing where I did it wrong. Yeah. But so I did that. Got a 10 out of 11 on my quiz. So I have a 49 out of 51 in my class. And I'm on week 5 in my class right now. So I'm all caught up. Pretty much I just have to read chapter 5. And then I think I take another quiz, maybe, just on chapter 5. But I think this last one was just on chapter 4, so I don't know, it's kind of weird. So maybe I have to take a quiz on chapters 5 and 6, and then, but no, because 6 is the last chapter of the book, and that's in week 6, so, and that's like the final week, which is weird. Like, I don't know. I have to look at the class schedule again, but I have one more quiz and a final to do, and then I'm done with this class. So I'll have the first 2 classes out of the way, and I'll be 10% the way to my bachelor's degree. Yeah. So after I took my quiz, you had gone back to your dorm, and then so we were like talking, and yeah, we decided to get on Xbox, and as you well know, it lasted about 3 games, and so I'm gonna like talk more in depth on this in a text that I'm gonna leave you before I go to bed, and I hope the text doesn't wake you up, but And I know you're obviously going to be watching this today, Thursday, and this stuff happened on Wednesday, and I know how you just like want to drop it and stuff like that, and so I hope I don't like ruin your day by bringing this up in the video that um, by bringing this up in today's video, and by going more in depth in it in a text that you read like first thing in the morning or whatever. But yeah, I mean, right now, I just don't understand how I could have taken it any other way, and um, I mean, obviously you didn't like, say the right thing, and you probably meant one thing in your head, but it came out differently, and so I took it exactly how it was said. Um, yeah, but I shouldn't have just left like that. I was thinking about it more and how it, you know, how it looks and how it must have felt for me to just leave. Um, I ditch you on Xbox like that, and so I'm sorry. I didn't mean to hurt you in that way. Like, I guess the point of me doing it was to show how upset I was. But I didn't mean to hurt you, and I mean, you said something without thinking, and I did something without really thinking, so we both kind of screwed up a lot. But yeah, I'm gonna try not to think about it when I'm laying down to go to sleep, but I probably will, unfortunately. But that's just what happens. Um, Not really anything that I don't really think about over and over and over again. Eventually I'll forget it, but it'll probably be a couple of weeks until I do. Um, yeah, I just wish you were here. It really sucks. Um, yeah, I'm just sorry you were depressed and stuff at the end of the night, and I wish I could have been there to help you feel better. Um, and yeah, I just don't like it when you're upset like that, and I can't do anything because I'm supposed to be able to make you feel better, and I don't want you thinking that you're like in a relationship with someone that can't make you feel better when you're sad, because then I'd be really screwed if you thought that. Um, so I hope that you don't, and if you don't feel like that, then hopefully you can tell me right now, like when you're watching this, that you don't feel that way, because that would be nice reassurance, but I only want you to say that if you mean it. So, um, if you do think that I'm someone that can't make you feel better, then I want you to tell me that also. But yeah, so hopefully you don't think that. Yeah, just sorry for not being very gentlemanly when we were playing Halo. Also, I was getting pretty pissed at just a stupid video game. Um, well, I need to try not to do that. And I hope you have a better day today, and definitely hope people leave you alone, because I can't fucking deal with that shit right now. But if they do, I need you to tell me, like always, so nothing has changed. But yeah, so I mean, in hindsight, you know, it's just one little fight, and we're gonna have some fights in the length of our relationship, so but yeah, we're gonna have some fights, and we just talk it out. And but what's shitty about fights right now is that we're not like, you know, with each other. So once we are with each other, then it will we won't fight, you know, very often once we're with each other. So I really can't wait until we get home. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. Just a random side note is I'm glad to see that you and Hannah aren't like awkward roommates or anything like that, but I really hope that you're not like beginning to think of her as your friend or anything like that, because she's not. And although I understand that she's dropping you off at Emily's house, it's still going to be a trip that I'm going to be worried about you being in the car with her. And other than that, I still don't want you hanging out with her at all, because she's not your friend. And yeah, I mean, I know that you were like getting on the horror's case that was outside of your door, but really the biggest horror at your school is the one that you share a room with. And so yeah, I just wouldn't be associated with her at all, because it would be a lot worse to be associated with her than it would be to be associated with like Huntsinger or other people on your team. So yeah, hope you have a good day. I'm not sure if you're teaching today or if that was Wednesday that you taught. Can't remember. And so, hope you have a good day and you can get a lot of your papers done. And hopefully you don't get too much more homework. Hope you have sweet dreams and that you dream of me and that today is a better day. And I love you a lot. Like, I love you so much. And yeah, so I will talk to you soon, babe. Love you. Bye.